Was that good?
We just start with an ASMR intro.
Hey guys.
Hey guys.
Welcome back to Back to Back.
Hello.
Hello. Today,
I
guys.
just cut out. I couldn't even hear what you said. It cut out.
I'm sure it picked up. Hello.
Hello. Today we spoke with
Graaavel.
Graaavel. We talked about this amazing topic. Very, very informative. You want to say what it was?
Gentler.
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 With an L.
And all that jazz.
It was a very quotable episode.
He's full of wisdom. So... Genuinely.
Genderly.
Alright, bud. Okay. Well, guys, PSA, before we get to the really, really good guitar intro. We are going to be doing
here did.
single episode a month, not 2 anymore. So, if this is, like, the only thing that keeps you sane, sucks, because we're going to be uploading monthly.
We've changed it, and this was an Eli thing, so don't come yelling to me.
Whoa, mutual decision, guys.
Don't complain in his DMs, not mine.
Yeah, you guys can complain in my DMs, because I won't read it. But I hope you guys enjoy the episode.
And cue the intro.
Cue the intro.
We lighting candles right now? What's going on?
I'm manifesting that you...
He's a seance, actually.
God damn it, I blew one out.
I hope you don't have any smoke detectors in that room.
I do.
Oh.
This is better than normal. Normally, Eli is crunching on a chip or something.
Oh, that's nice.
Our very first episode, he had spicy Minecraft Pringles.
Oh my god, they were so good. They were really hot.
So loud. Our poor editor had to edit out, like, all the crunching and stuff, and I feel so bad.
Heart. I'm recording, by the way, so
incredible.
This is banter. This is banter.
Yeah, you guys really made me dig through my brain with these questions, because I came out when I was 11.
Guys, do we like LaCroix?
Debatable. There was this whole thing where they used, apparently, like, insect dye for one of their drinks, and I don't know how I feel about it
I'm
anymore.
a polar seltzer kind of guy. LaCroix is like, you took seltzer, and then you just, like, threw, like, a Skittle or something in there.
And I love Skittles.
Skittles.
At least they used insect dye and not insect alive, okay? Like, that would be worse.
I hate you.
Yes,
I mean,
that
that's
landed.
Like literally what Red 40 is. It's like
I love Red 40. I love Red 40.
It's one of the many things I'm allergic to.
Oh, okay. Oh, you a big
Wait,
allergic. Oh, yeah. What was your allergic reaction?
I was about to say, what? Like, what happened?
So we actually don't really know.
Oh, okay. That's really nice. That's really good.
That's not terrifying at all.
I saw, guys, I'm a proud Reddit story watcher on TikTok, and I saw one where this guy went to get an allergy testing, and he was allergic to every single thing they tested him for, like 100 different things on his back, but then it turned out he was just allergic to the latex in the doctor's gloves. So they're like, this guy's like, he's having a reaction to everything. We've never seen this before. But he wasn't allergic to anything.
That's actually really funny.
Oh, he was allergic to the latex.
Or was allergic, or it was like the needles or the latex. I do not remember. But that doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. I'm allergic to nothing.
I hate allergies. I used to be, and then I forced myself to grow out of them. Or I forced myself to not have a reaction to it anymore.
That's based.
Oh. Wish I could
say the same. It was miserable to do, but I don't have a reaction anymore, so.
So how many things are you allergic to?
We don't know.
Okay. I'm going to ship you everything and then just see what gives you a reaction.
Test it.
I need to go to an allergist. We don't know what I'm allergic to.
Dude, getting allergy testing is the worst. I hate it, because it's just a bunch of needles.
Yeah, that doesn't sound fun. I would like it if they just, like,
I've
put
become
me to
adapted
sleep.
to needles. I can take it.
True. That's true.
So bad with. I hate needles. I'm so bad with them.
Do you do, like, I assume you're talking about taking tea. Do you do gel or shots?
So I did testosterone shots for about 5 years. I'm not on testosterone anymore because that's another thing that I developed an allergy to.
No. No,
I
wait,
developed
that's
an
so
allergy
sad.
to a filler in my testosterone.
No way. And there's not like another. Yeah,
So
there's not
we
another
tried
version
the
of
gel.
testosterone too. Like
We
you're
tried the
Googling.
gel, but the gel has rubbing alcohol in it.
Are you allergic to that?
And I'm allergic to rubbing
It's
alcohol.
really nice.
Oh my god.
So I haven't been on testosterone in like 5 months.
Like, I'm swollen and I can't breathe, but at least I look like a boy now. Just thug it out.
So it wasn't even that. Like, so when I had the allergic reaction, I did my testosterone shot, same as usual. The pharmacy, I guess, had used a different manufacturer because the one that I was using went out of business and they weren't
Oh.
making testosterone anymore.
Get
So
him back
they
in
only had that
business.
one.
I'll talk to my manager.
I do my shot, and then all of a sudden I was like, huh, I'm coughing a lot and can't breathe.
Oh god.
You would think that the pharmacy would tell you?
You would think that they would
They're-
tell me, but
so,
like,
they
illegal?
didn't.
They're
thing?
supposed to, because I'm also
They are
on
supposed to.
medicine. Because you know PCOS?
Yes.
So I have that, and so I'm on medicine for that. And they have to tell you
Anything
if it
hormonal, they're
changed.
supposed to tell you, yeah.
Yeah, because it's like, because technically each pharmacist who has a different whatever, it's patented, and so if they put a different filler in, that changes it, so then they can make it.
Yeah, I was allergic to whatever filler they had in that.
That's awesome. I love that.
That's insane.
And they called, so I had a reaction to it, and then I had something called a micropulmonary embolism.
I feel like I've heard those words,
That
but not
sounds.
in that order.
I feel like I've also heard those words, and that sounds terrifying.
I don't know. What does that mean?
I really don't even know what it means,
Okay. That's awesome.
but that's what happened to me.
This is another question. Like, when you went off of tea, did you is that like, you have the loudest door in the world.
I've been trying
It's
to
a
get it
WD-40
oiled
on
for.
this end.
That's so loud.
I've been trying
my
to get it oiled
God.
for 6 years.
It like picked up on your mic across the room as if we were right next to you. That was kind of good. But yeah, are there like obvious like differences if you stop taking tea, or do you just like keep whatever you got? Like your
Yeah,
voice
so
doesn't
I mean, I was
go
on
high again?
testosterone. Yeah, I was on testosterone for 5 years. And really after like 2 years, everything that happens from testosterone is permanent.
So like your voice won't like go high pitched
No.
again?
No.
Okay, that's
so
good.
once the vocal cords thicken like that, that's permanent.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, the only things that like for somebody who does stop testosterone, the only things that could reverse is like body fat redistribution, but like that's more important for people who like are pre-top surgery.
Oh, that's true.
And I'm like 2 years
Not
post-op,
me.
so that's not
Me
That's
and
not a
you,
concern of
Yeah,
mine.
whatever. Weird flex, but it's fine. whatever.
Eli and I just constantly texting each other, being like, one day.
One day,
day.
trust.
one day.
I will go swimming. Normally.
I know, in a year, I will be texting you questions.
Fuck! That's fine. I don't care. I'm chill.
But
Oh, yeah.
No, I did no scar care post-op surgery,
Okay, but
and
scars are awesome.
well, my
No,
scars are
scars are so
essentially
cool.
gone.
Really?
Yeah, no, I think there's like I have like some sort of update picture on my Twitter somewhere, but
I think I saw you do one like sometime before VidCon.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
my scars are like basically gone, and I did no scar care.
That's
I
kind of
can't
cool.
tell if because the top surgery scars are so cool, but also to pass.
I was
like,
about to say, like, I love
we've
scars.
had this
I've always
conversation.
loved them, but then there's like the passing aspect of it.
Yeah, there's also different types of scars,
Yeah, you could
which
get the,
most
like,
doctors do not
Keyhole.
tell you.
I know this one.
No, not even like the keyhole scars. Like for double incision, there's different types of scars.
Better ones. Secret.
So sometimes sometimes for double incision, there's 2 scars. Sometimes they meet in the middle. There's like sometimes more rounded scars that are like, I call them the hockey stick scars, which is what I have. That's what it looks like. It looks like a hockey stick. Yeah, for double incision, there's a lot of different scar types as well.
I like the one I've seen, like, because I see like art of like characters with like top surgery scars, and like the ones that's like jagged, kind of like a lightning bolt or something, looks so cool to me.
Yeah, that's not real.
Yeah,
Not
the
yet.
scars don't look like
I
that.
didn't
That's how
think-
people draw Tubbo.
I didn't think so. I didn't think it was because it felt very dramatic.
Oh, but it looks awesome,
Or,
and I will
like-
draw
Well,
it.
now
But
you
it
have me like
looks
thinking
bad.
like. Now you have me thinking like if they did do that, like I feel like that would like mess with like composition of the chest so much.
I
if
feel
they
like they
did
would have to
that.
No,
cut
no,
extra
you go,
skin and
you
then stitch
go
you up all
in,
funny
you
like.
go in. You're like, hey, it
Yeah, give me
shows them,
those
hey,
Tumblr
I
scars.
want this scar. Give me the Tumblr. That's
I need
crazy.
this.
I need this.
Give me the Tumblr scars, please.
Oh, please, I need to
That's
post this on Twitter.
That's the new nickname.
Tumblr scars.
Tumblr
Bro,
scars. Oh
that
my
sounds like a
God.
username.
It does.
Someone get on this. Viewers,
Oh my viewers.
if I don't see a Tumblr scars by the time this is uploaded, I don't know what I'll do. Get top surgery or something. Maybe that's what I'll do.
Oh no, so sad. What an awful,
Ah.
awful. My dog just got mad at my dog. Just got
Was
mad
that
at
an
my cat.
earthquake? Oh,
Again, another
not
one.
an earthquake. Got it.
What's up with the
There was a
earthquakes in
tornado.
California? It was
There
a tornado.
in San Francisco.
Did you dodge?
I once slept through an earthquake.
I slept through a tsunami. It was awesome. That's
New
a-
York got its first earthquake in forever,
and you
and I slept right through it. I slept right through it.
Oh man, me personally, I would like to watch that.
You know what I
kinda
did
like
wake up to
the
though?
earthquakes.
The iPhone
I'm so
alarm.
used to them. They're fun.
Ooh,
Slept through the
Oh.
earthquake. Woke up to the iPhone alarm.
To be fair, the
Like-
iPhone alarm is scarier than an earthquake.
yeah,
Yeah.
To be fair.
that would send me
More
into a
jarring.
similar amount of panic.
Wait, my favorite videos is like people reacting to the different like national service alarms.
Ooh,
Have you seen
and then
those?
they're like dancing, and then for some of them
They're
they're cowering in a
dancing.
corner. Those are
Yeah.
good.
I love those.
Yeah, I have no clue what you're talking about.
Oh, you should. Come on,
Next
man.
time I see
Lock
one, I'm
in.
gonna send it to you. It's so funny. I love those.
I actually haven't seen one of those in like over a year. I think
It's been a few months for me.
your
just
feed
on
is
Harry Potter.
also
I'm just
like
Harry Potter
straight
geeked out.
out of 2012.
Shut up. You appreciate it. You said
sure.
you did.
Sure. Okay, let's ask a question actually.
Okay, I'm
Oh,
asking
yeah,
a
you
question.
did send you did send me questions.
did do that.
We
I
kind of
claim
just
all-
talk until we
Yeah.
need a question.
Until this
So
is
do
what
we
happens
all
is
have
we talk.
ADHD?
No.
Does
I-
everybody?
So I do. I'm convinced
I do too, great.
Eli acts like he does.
No, I
So-
don't.
Yeah,
So
so
we have
we
an
bounce
assessment that needs
around.
to get done. That's what I'm hearing.
exactly.
No, trust. I
Okay,
got one done
understood.
when I was younger.
Younger.
I also got one done when I was younger, and they said I didn't have it, and then I got one as an adult, and then they were like, "Oh, you have it."
Oh, but the
Yeah.
thing is, I'm too chronically online. What if my phone symptoms show as ADHD
Oh.
symptoms, and then I'm faking it? And then they give me Adderall.
You're just coping now.
I'm gonna get. Oh no! Don't give me Adderall. Pharmacist. Oh,
You're so
no.
funny.
Thank you.
You're just so
Question. Ask a
funny.
question.
Okay. What was your experience? You said like earlier. You said that you started figuring it all out whenever you were 11. What was your experience with like figuring out you were trans and stuff? Was it a long journey?
So, since I came out pretty young, I don't really remember a ton of details about figuring it out because that was like
Yeah.
over a decade ago.
Okay,
But I knew when
Grandpa.
I was 9.
Dude, I didn't know gay people were a thing until 6th grade.
like I knew gay people existed. I grew up
Wait,
in New
they
York.
do? What?
I grew up in New York.
What?
Gay people are all over here.
Oh my.
I mean, I
So
like
I'm
knew it was
so
a thing
I'm
that could
LA.
happen,
So
Mhm.
but I was
Yeah,
like, I didn't know
no,
there was a
no,
name
because-
for it.
You said you're in LA.
yeah.
Yeah, you know what the crazy thing is? Here in New York, we have all these twink baristas coming from LA over to New York, and they're infiltrating the city. They're everywhere.
Is this bad? Do
They
you not
work
want
in
the
every
twink
coffee
baristas?
shop.
Do you
I
not-
walk
do
in,
you not
and there's some twink barista with a Valley Girl accent the second I walk through the door.
Oh, but they're fucking up your latte. It's gonna be good.
Well, no, they got me on Vyvanse now. I don't drink caffeine anymore.
Shit, what is wrong with you? Dude, get it
Oh.
together.
Come on, man.
Jesus.
God.
Yeah, no, I knew what gay people were, but yeah, I knew when I was 9. I socially transitioned when I was 11. I like had come out when I was 11, socially transitioned. I didn't really tell anybody that didn't have to know that I'm trans.
Mhm.
just did.
So I just kind of like lived my childhood from 11 upwards as a boy. Started testosterone at 16, which put me a little delayed, but for the most part on track with kids my age, like puberty wise.
You just looked like a late bloomer or something.
I was a late bloomer. And then I got top surgery at 19, and now here we are.
Damn.
Damn. Yeah, that's kind of just how it went.
I've actually been getting a ton of videos on my feed that are like people who came out at like 11 or 12, and I'm like, what would my life have been like if I had known that was an option?
Yeah,
Like, what's the thing?
Honestly, I don't even truly. So this is like kind of messed up. But like glad that this happened. So I didn't really come out myself. I had talked to a school counselor, and then the school counselor had called my parents. And then I just kind of came out because, like, I mean, they knew already, so there wasn't really.
Yeah, there's no hiding it anymore.
But yeah, I knew I was trans when I was 9, and it was because I remember specifically the first time I thought I'm a boy. I was 9 years old in the hallway at school, and some kid told me that I sounded like a boy as a way to poke fun at me. And then, like, in my head, I was like,
yes!
I was like, that was meant to be bullying, but I liked that. And then that triggered, like, the transgender, like, spiral of self-discovery.
I don't think I was conscious at 9 years old. That would not have worked on me.
What do you mean I sound like a boy? Why am I not upset at that? Why does that not upset me?
Because I sound like a boy? Do you promise?
You promise?
Do you promise?
So
Do you
my
promise?
version of that was like people would always be like, "You're," because I've always been like a very like tomboy person,
Mhm.
and I've never been like pink dresses or anything.
I was a purple kid.
I'm a blue kid.
Oh, it was blue. It was always
I was
Yeah.
yellow.
purple, and then I was like too emotionally attached to purple to leave it, and then I watched Wild Kratts, and then it was blue.
I used to love Wild Kratts.
Oh, that was good. That was good.
Oh my
I
God.
wanted to like the green one more, but I just didn't.
It wasn't like Chris and Martin.
Yeah, but I don't know who's who.
I've got no clue what you guys are talking about.
You don't watch
Mar-
Wild
Mar-
Kratts?
I don't know what
Martin's
that
the
is.
blue. Martin's
Oh,
the
man.
Martin's
I'm
the
gonna
one.
Google.
What was the outfits? Was it green and
blue.
like brown outfits?
No, it's green and
It was
blue.
green and blue.
That's why.
Okay, so Martin was the blue
Who
one.
is this? Dan and Phil? Like, what is going on here?
Nope, that's the gay version. Gayer?
Like, who are these?
These two
guys?
are brothers. These two are brothers.
Oh,
Oh shit, not gay then. Never mind.
never mind.
Yeah, guys. Dan and Phil.
No,
I mean, Krat.
Martin was
Chris
the
Pratt.
one that had the blue outfit. And I
See.
think he
Are
was my
you
favorite.
sure? I'm googling
Yes.
this.
Am I sure? Hold on.
Which Wild Krat was which? It's not telling me. Come on.
Oh wait, no, yeah, no, I'm wrong.
Yes.
I don't even know what's
No,
happening
it wasn't
anymore.
blue. It
Google
wasn't.
Wild
it was.
Kratts.
It was.
I did.
It was green and blue. Chris was the green one, and then
It's
Martin.
just two
was
men.
The
Like,
blue
I
These
don't-
one.
are
They're just two men.
my number one. Number ones.
Yeah. So the
Oh, my
one on the
stomach.
left and the blue.
What do
is-
they even do?
Wild they
They
Krat.
save animals.
Wild on my Krat, bro.
Oh,
They teach about animals and they're awesome. And I actually
They're
think you
so
should dabble
cool.
because it's still really good.
I agree.
And they're old now.
This is like the new version of like rewatching My Little Pony at 20.
Amesy. Guys, where am I?
Me right now, Loving
You're
My
not
Little Pony.
20.
but I'm giving an age range. I'm saying like not 6 years old.
That's
My
okay.
Little Pony was where it was at.
I like.
I love My Little
Those
Pony.
Blue
Equestria
out-
Girls movies.
Oh my god.
Is that when they're humans?
Yeah, that's when they're
Yes.
humans.
I blew out the speakers to one of my Chromebooks, one of my school issued Chromebooks, because I watched Bluey too loud on it too much. So
Oh my god.
Fun
was that.
Equestria Girls fact. In the first Equestria Girls movie, there is a scene where they're all walking out of the door of the gymnasium, and it's just the same voice actor with the same voice, just saying that like the same phrase over and over again, trying to be different characters.
What does that mean?
Oh my god.
So
I think I know what.
Find
I think I
this.
know what scene. Is it the one where it's the first time that they're human, right?
Yes, the first movie.
Yes, I just saw that.
Wait, guys.
I know what scene
They
you're
just got
talking
the
about.
same lady to voice like 10 different characters in like
They're
a
balling on a
5-second
budget,
scene.
dude. It's okay.
Wait, no. Looking up the cast for My Little Pony is insane because they're not what you expect them to look like. And I'm like, what do you mean Twilight Sparkle is this lady? Like, what?
I love
I have
looking
to
up the
Google
voice
it.
actors for shows. It's incredible.
Here goes Eli looking it up. Get close to your screen. Mm-hmm.
I just can't read. Applejack looks really accurate in that photo. Spike is an old lady?
Spike is an old lady.
No, fun fact, when I probably watched My Little Pony when I was
Sia's
like
in this?
5. No, but I probably watched My Little Pony when I was like 5, and I only realized like 2 years ago that Applejack and Rainbow Dash were girls.
Well, all their
Like
voice
2
actors
years
look
ago.
the same. They're all
Yeah.
they're all just blonde white women. They all look the same. It was very hard to
Yeah.
read.
And
A
like
bunch of blonde
and
white
like
women
one
would
of
voice
them
ponies.
and like one of
That's
them
the
would
dream.
voice like 3 of the characters.
That's how you do it, though. Consistency is
Yeah.
#key.
You know what? I don't think I've ever sat in an interview and felt the effect of dissociation more than now.
That's
Like slash pause though. Like that's
not
like that's a slash pause.
Not
How
a
is
slash
that a
pause.
slash pause?
Like no,
Guys,
it's
I'm
a slash
dissociating
pause
so
because like
hard right now.
put myself
No.
put myself
that's
in
like
the chair
saying,
of the put myself in the chair of the viewer. Like
No.
I'm not clicking off because I'm in outer space. Like I'm not in my chair. Like I'm floating above my body. Like
People are
you're getting
spacing out to
that
this
watch
shit.
time because I can't click off.
That's kind
It's
of
like-
real,
that's a
though. There will
slash
be
pause, it's a
things that I
strat.
don't want to watch anymore, but I just like can't leave.
You can't leave.
That's
Just-
like saying to someone, I don't mean to offend you. However,
No, like I mean that slash pause. Like I need
People
you to understand.
can't watch. They're entranced by our My Little
Like
Little
I'm
Pony.
truly, I am so entranced that I'm like having an out of body experience in this interview.
I'm gonna quit. I'm gonna quit the show.
I'm quitting
This
this.
is not the legacy of
God.
back to back.
Guys, this is the last back-to-back episode.
No, like I was trying to give you guys a compliment. I
No,
couldn't.
like guys, stop. That's what you sounded like.
Oh my god.
No. Hey, let me ask you a
No.
question.
Oh wait, Eli, you forgot to do the thing.
Oh my god! Welcome back to back to back. Are you kidding me? I've never forgotten that. How many episodes have we
his
done?
favorite thing. Probably. I mean, we've been doing this since September, and 2 episodes per month.
It's the Graaavel
So-
effect. It's like a lobotomy.
Yeah, I feel like my brain is full of gravel.
Yeah. You could even say dissociating.
Guys, I'm dissociating so hard right now, and I love it.
Come back to
Slash pause,
reality.
though.
Come back to reality.
I think Eminem wrote a song about that.
Snap back to reality. Whoop, there goes gravity.
Is that what this feels like?
This episode feels like an Eminem song.
Guys,
No, but
viewers
like
right
I
now.
feel like I need to elaborate. Like when I said that, I meant it in the same. Like I say the same thing about when I listen to 21 Pilots.
Ooh,
Every
that
time
one
I listen
live
to 21
performance.
Pilots, I have the same out of body
line
experience.
From, the line from the Game Awards.
That's how I feel when I listen to.
I'm
Ode
just
to
saying
the
they're
Mets.
hovering in space.
Gravel's in space. That should be your new username. It's a really
I
good
wonder
brand.
where you. I wonder where you get that from,
Yeah,
Mr. Space.
I don't know. Let me ask a question.
Here he goes. So you're gonna learn he's really good at transitioning seamlessly through questions. You're gonna learn that like it's.
No, this is great.
impeccable.
So I have it in my brain. My like activation phrase is I'm going to ask a question, and that's how I know I need to like start bringing myself back to my body.
need to not dissociate.
Oh, I got a question. Got to come back now.
Are you going to VidCon this year? I promise this is going somewhere.
Probably yes.
If I see you and we hang out, I'm fully gonna be like, oh, hang on, I'm dissociating in this conversation.
My hair got
Hang
really
on a
tall when I
sec."
did that. I'm gonna flip my shit, guys. You can't go to VidCon
not-
without me. You can't.
He's not going to VidCon
No.
this year.
No, you know what? Here's what we gotta do. We've gotta organize a dissociation circle at VidCon, all right? And we just get like
Here,
a bunch
if you
of
just
people who
send
sit
me-
in a circle.
If you send me a
and
timestamp,
we
I'll
all have
dissociate at my
out-of-body
sister's
experiences
wedding.
together.
If you
No,
give me
someone's
a
getting
time,
married.
I will dissociate at her wedding, and I will like be there with you in spirit.
I'm gonna text this to her and be like, yeah, Eli's planning on dissociating.
Anna,
at
if
your
you're
wedding."
listening, I am not gonna be there. I will be in body,
but not in spirit.
not in spirit.
You're gonna be in Anaheim.
I'm so cooked.
We'll all
Anyways,
have out-of-body experiences at VidCon Anaheim.
I have a question that I just thought
It'll
of.
be like an Arcane. Oh, spoiler.
I love Arcane! Okay, hey guys, I just thought of a really good
Triggered.
question. What's your advice for people who are trying to come out?
That's a really original
I just
question
thought
that
of
you
that, by the
totally
way.
thought of, and I totally didn't spend 3
He's coming
hours
back, give it a
working on
second, give it a
questions.
Hold on,
second.
I gotta
He's coming
scroll
back.
and find where I typed that one up.
Bro is
I have a
right,
bullet
kind
point
of.
list.
It's so valid.
Hold on, I promise I have it. Okay.
I need more aqua.
I didn't know we were skipping around. I had these numbered.
Oh shit! Should I
Yeah,
have
Eli,
numbered these?
Eli likes to skip around
Are
the
they
questions.
supposed
Oh, no,
to
that's
be in a-
okay,
It
that's
threw
okay.
me at
Is this like
first,
a
too.
track list?
So, okay. First thing I always say is to make sure you're in an environment where it's safe to come out.
That's what I'm saying. I keep getting chatters
Um,
that are like, guys, my parents are homophobic. Should I come out?
No!
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 No.
What are you thinking?
Wait until
bro?
you're out of there. Get
would
out of
be-
there first.
I would be a terrible person if I told my young, impressionable 12-year-old viewers to like put themselves in danger.
Do
It's
not put
insane.
yourself in danger
It's never worth
by
it.
coming out. You can obviously you can come out first in like smaller communities that like online and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like that's like experimenting like that.
You're
I mean,
telling
let's
the
be
children
honest.
to
Like
be
a lot
online.
of us do that. Like I did that with Animal Jam.
I would always be a boy fox.
I
like
was
the-
sitting there in Animal
God.
Jam.
I love Animal Jam.
Guys, I fucking love Animal Jam.
But
ABC for boyfriend.
that's
Oh.
Roblox actually. They do that
Oh,
in Roblox.
Royale High. I would be Jake,
Oh my
werewolf,
God.
super secret. ABC for
See,
boyfriend.
I was an OG Roblox player. I played something called the Complex V4.
I would play Robloxy in high school and Boys and Girls Dance Club. So
Mm.
I had game or whatever, play, as they say in the industry.
Play.
But yeah, no,
Dang.
if the scenario is like, okay, you're safe to come out and like you don't think that you'll like, lose housing or like be put in any immediate danger,
Then yeah.
then
go
my
for
advice
it.
is to make it fun.
Yes.
My advice is make it fun. Like do like a little PowerPoint presentation, make a cake or something. Like do something like silly and quirky, make it memorable.
Or essentially just like start your transition to the point where your parents have to keep asking you, "What are you? Are you
What
boy
are you?"
now?" They keep asking.
I mean,
you.
yeah, that works too.
It works. Trust.
I also know that some people are anxious. Some people got anxiety. I got anxiety. My recommendation for anybody like that is to always like come out to a close friend or family member first,
Make
and then
them
be
do it.
like, "Hey, can you come with me while I tell everybody else that I'm queer?"
that I'm like a freaky
I'm-
weirdo.
I'm a bit silly.
Cause I'm not like other girls. I'm not a girl.
But yeah, no, that's my advice. I like also like keep in mind I didn't really ever come out.
True.
Thank you, school guidance
Hashtag
counselor.
Outed. Put that in the description. of
Hashtag
the video.
outed.
You can do hashtags on
My
YouTube,
God.
right?
Yeah.
That you can. So there's
Perfect.
actually a whole section for tags.
Use it. I don't.
That's incredible.
turn to
You can also
YouTube.
copy and paste tags from other videos. I learned that one recently.
Eli, you should try uploading a video. for
I don't know
us.
what that means.
Then you would know.
I don't-
Eli just talks. That's what he does for
This
back
is
to back.
your
That's his.
professional yapper.
It's a
That's his
podcast
contribution.
kind of interview thing.
That's his contribution to back to
See, I don't
back
even know
is
what
he
you're doing
talks.
right now. Like you're like so
I'm
sidetracked that you're like
drawing on my hand, and I've
you're
been making
you're drawing on
confetti.
yourself.
I made confetti.
What is
and
this
then
like algebra?
And then I hit it under.
Like, what are we doing here?
Can. No, I'm connecting my freckles.
Are you like not? Are you not engaged with the interview right now?
This is the only thing
Are you
keeping me
He's
just
engaged.
dissociating.
This is keeping me
Do you need
engaged.
Adderall?
I'm floating. Guys, I need Adderall. Need my
You
Adderall.
see where the ADHD claims comes from?
Somebody get this guy an ADHD assessment.
Somebody get me some
Stat.
legal
agree.
Adderall. Or
My God.
I could
Call the
just
psychologist.
start doing other drugs.
It's like,
I'm gonna.
So
don't
let's
add
call the
that in.
psychologist. Actually, I'll opt for the psychologist. Actually,
I agree.
Okay, whatever.
Maybe not that other route.
Whatever, man.
I am Gravel, and I do not condone drugs.
I'm Eli, and
That's
I do.
That's the title of this episode.
Wait, that's fire. I'd watch that. No, I wouldn't. I would watch cave diving videos.
And Cage the Elephant concerts.
Gravel, what's your favorite band?
So I'm gonna just send a screenshot of my
Oh,
Spotify
God.
rap. Actually,
Really? Oh, I want to send. Wait, I'm gonna send.
I scroll down in the web. The Crab Brothers are back.
you can really see. You can really see the
Ugh.
mental illness in this
Dude,
screenshot.
I went and saw the Crane Wives in concert here. They were so
I'm doing
good.
Lady
that soon, I think.
Gaga. Wait,
No, so
okay,
I
for the
think the
viewers,
top songs is really where we get a little crazy.
for the listeners, let me read this out. Top artists: 21 Pilots, The Crane Wives, Pitbull, Scott Bradley's
Postmodern Jukebox.
that, and then Lady Gaga. Top songs: Black Hole Fantasy, Can't Hold Us, Die Young, Black
Can't
Friday,
Hold
and
Us is
Fireball.
no. Can't Hold Us is such a valid song.
I wanna address real quick the sandwich. We've got Die Young, Black Friday, and then Fireball. Like, imagine listening to those songs all back to back.
Back to back,
Fireball's insane.
Like that's whiplash.
dude.
Dude,
Hell
that
yeah.
wow. Hold on, I'm sending mine. It's loading slowly.
I have
Now
a
you can
lot
really
less
see the
Spotify
borderline
minutes than
personality
I thought I
disorder in my
would.
rap.
Aw, nice.
I don't know why it's not sending. This might not work. Oh, there you are.
I only really listen to music
Okay,
in the car.
there you are. You can also see.
Package the other
See,
bag.
yours is more normal though.
What's mine?
Like this is
Where's
normal.
My phone. Oh, I threw it across the room.
My Hosier minutes was kind of terrifying, though.
I listen
Yeah, like
to
I can
artists.
really tell that you have a stable mood looking at this.
You're mentally. You're good. You're probably really happy. How do I look at?
So I'm hearing
what the Sigma?
Eli say one thing, and then I'm watching your face contradict that
Yeah.
entirely.
Don't worry.
Eli, Eli knows how I do.
And it's awesome. Let me find
Eli
mine.
knows how I go about life.
So I see that Hosier's your top artist. Fun fact about
You sound like
me
the
and,
AI rap.
me and Hosier.
Which-
So I see Hosier's your top artist. I have a
So
fun story
fucking
for you.
scared. Me and my friend were sitting in the car listening to each other's, and one of hers said, like, "Oh, you were listening to whatever song. You must have been having a picnic or something." And we both look at each other and go, "I thought she was gonna say panic attack." It was so
That's
funny.
great.
Okay,
That's
let me
great.
look at my rap.
Yeah, no, I went under anesthesia to Hosier when I was getting top surgery.
Wait, that's
Um,
so gay.
I would do
What's
that
wrong
though.
with
They-
you?
That's the way. That's what I would do.
They'd asked me, they were like, "What before we administer the anesthesia? What do you want to go under to?" And I was like, I was panicked, so I wasn't thinking, and I was like, just shuffle Hosier. And then
Oh my god.
they're sitting there administering the anesthesia, and I'm just hearing, like, as I'm fading out of consciousness, "My lover's got humor. She's a giggle at a
Oh
funeral."
my god. I feel like I'm
And I was
terrified
out.
to get any sort of like surgery because I do not know what I would be like under anesthesia.
So I was fine, really. I went under to Hosier, woke up, and turned on Dear Evan Hansen. That was a mistake.
Why would you do
Um,
that?
Now, like, everything started turning, like, everything had a red hue as
Oh,
Waving
fuck.
Through the Window was playing.
Waving
That was a
through
mistake.
the window.
It was a
Waving
mistake.
through the window from waking up from surgery is insane.
Yeah. On the outside, always looking in. And everything was moving in slow motion, and everything was just, like,
Oh my
tinted red.
God.
But then after
That's
that movie was
terrifying.
over, I was up and walking around the hospital. Just had
Do
a double
you-
mastectomy.
Are you a big Dear Evan Hansen person?
You could say that.
You can say that.
One might say that. Do you guys like my rap, by the way? Is it awesome?
All of
This
that
is like-
tracks for you.
This is like the type of music that they play when you walk into a Vans.
There was a guy at a Vans wearing a
You've
cute
never
shirt, and I
described. No,
got so
you've
excited.
never described Eli better.
Wait, guys, I should work at a Vans. Or like Zoomies or something. That'd be fun. I know jack shit about like skateboarding. But I'm a poser. That's okay.
It's okay.
I'm not posing as
Make it work.
anything. Why are my freckles in such lines?
Are you playing Connect the Dots on your arm right now? Is that what's
Yeah.
happening?
Yeah.
Isn't that cool? I gotta twist it. That looks so evil.
Like one of those TikTok cosplayers.
Oh!
Hey
guys.
You scare me.
What do you know about TikTok cosplayers? Imagine being one. That's embarrassing.
Pauses.
I do know quite a few TikTok cosplayers.
I was one. And it
I
was
did know this
epic.
lore.
Did you?
I did.
How do you know this lore?
How do you know
Back
this?
during the Duckcraft era.
Duckcraft era. Dude, I miss it. That was so goated.
No,
But then
my
everybody
favorite.
got
Okay,
too OP, and it wasn't fun anymore.
wait. My favorite thing was that I messaged. This was before I was friends with Eli, and I messaged him, and I was like, "Hey, I'm trying." No, might have been after. You tell me. I messaged him and I was like, "Hey, I'm putting together a server with friends. Would you want to be a part of it?" And he was like, "Oh my god, I would love to, but like I'm so busy with Duckcraft right now." And then he never played on it after that.
The thing
and
is,
I'm like,
I had just gotten out of my. I think that was the end. This was before we were friends, by the way. This
Okay.
was right after essentially my 2-week Minecraft phase had just ended. I would get home and I would like play Duckcraft, and I would do nothing else. So that was my equivalent of busy with Duckcraft. I was on it so very little compared to everyone else, but I just knew I wouldn't be active on any other server. Because that's how I am. And then
that's valid.
I join
though.
all these servers. I'm like, all my friends, when they like make servers now, they're like, I'm making a server. I'm gonna invite you. You do not have to play. And I'm like, okay, I won't. But then
Okay, great.
sometimes, you know, it's fun. It's fun to just goof around on a server. So I'll dabble. Which, by the way, sons, you never finished your Minecraft server.
I'm
that you
going
were
to.
making.
I'm working on it. It's just taking a while because, yeah, stuff.
That's a good
It's
question.
gonna happen though.
You ask a question.
I'm asking. I'm asking you a question for once.
Guys, do
God.
we love
Okay.
how professional this is?
Okay. Question. I always like asking people this because I'm biased about it. This is a biased question.
Is it that
Okay.
one question?
Is that one question? I sent the questions to Eli, and Eli goes, "Question 3 is so valid." And I was like, yeah, because this is the one that I need
This is
to
the
know.
only reason I won't come out.
Do you ever really figure it all out and feel like stable in like your gender kind of like gender slash like identity? Because I feel like I feel like I'm confident in it, but then I also feel like I've said that 5 other times.
Well,
So
yeah. I mean, gender is just complicated in general, I feel. It's one of those things that just... It's such a complex thing, and there's so many different branches to it
yeah,
that everybody's experience is going to look different, no matter, like, how hard you try to, like, make comparisons. I mean, I've been out for over a decade, and I recently changed my pronouns. Like, I was using he, him for 10 years. I recently also started using they, them alongside with he, him.
they them, so cool. I'm biased, but
Gay as hell.
But yeah, no, I think
That didn't land.
feeling stable in your gender and gender expression is like, it's very reliant on your self-image and self-confidence.
Ooh.
right.
Wait, I never thought about it like that before.
Well, I'm screwed then.
Because
Okay.
it really just is something that's connected to your sense of self.
Yeah.
It's like it's a part of like who you are, and if you're somebody who like isn't really sure, like you don't like really have like a strong grasp on your like sense of self, it's gonna feel like you're second guessing yourself when it comes to your gender as well.
Yeah, I just don't want to be wrong because then that's
So
kind of awkward.
true.
Well, it's okay to be wrong. That's the thing.
I know, and it's not
Like-
awkward for anybody else, but I'm like, no.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like I guess maybe it's like a little bit of like that fear that everybody gets of failure, right?
Yeah.
Like if you're wrong, like it's perceived as maybe like failure.
Mm-hmm. That's
Yeah.
you're based.
But yeah, no, it's
No,
okay to
like
change your mind.
having to come out to people is always like my biggest fear.
You know, it's like, hey
Yeah,
guys,
no,
I
I
was
completely get
wrong.
that.
But only like coming like if someone like if a friend came to me and was like, "Hey, by the way," I would like it would not be weird, but it's just me.
Well, here's the thing: you
going
also don't
the
have to.
person.
You also don't have to. Like with my pronouns, like I didn't say anything about it. I just changed them.
Mm-hmm.
Like I didn't tell anybody.
like,
I
the
just
thing
I
is-
just added they them pronouns to like all my social media.
Yeah, because it's like it's not
So
a big deal.
I actually whenever it was Sunday night, yes. And I was because whenever I do the questions, I always internet stalk. And so I went to your profile and it said Hele, and I was like, "Oh wait, is this recent? Like I haven't
That
seen
was.
this before."
That was very recent. I didn't make a tweet about it. Nothing. I just let it happen.
And like
I
that's the
like-
best way to
that's
go
so
about
cool,
it because
though.
it's
It's
kinda
like
just
ripping off a band-aid. Really,
not that
once you
big
do
of a
it, you do
deal.
it.
Yeah.
If it's not a big deal unless you make it a big deal.
I know, because like I've watched people transition and detransition, and I was always like, oh, okay, cool. But that's
Yeah.
I just like
See,
for
and those
some
are
reason
those are
doesn't
people who
click
have
for
like
myself.
a grasp on their confidence.
I know.
Like those are people who have like a dead set mindset on like I'm going to figure this out. And it's okay to change my mind, which is how it should be.
Silently figuring it
Yeah.
out sucks balls.
And you can do that too. You can
but
figure it out in
it's
silence.
So annoying.
But it's okay to change your mind. It's okay to experiment with your expression. You truly won't know unless you allow yourself to go through the motions.
I got
That's my take on it. Another thing is like I try to always say like not to let outside influence dictate the way that you view yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Because so many trans people will go down that pipeline of like feeling sure of themselves and being like, I know that this is who I am. I'm confident in this feeling. And then they'll go and they'll talk to somebody who perceives them differently, or talk to somebody who maybe doesn't agree with that. And then that'll affect the way that they view themselves. And that
Yeah.
does nothing but harm you, really.
And it's just confusing.
Yeah, definitely.
I feel
It's
called
also very
out.
dependent on the person. Very
Yeah.
dependent on the person. Everybody's different. Everybody's experience is going to look different. As somebody with borderline personality disorder, I've never been sure of myself a day in my life. But when it came to my gender, there's just some things that you just know. So when trying to like figure out, is this what I'm feeling?
I know.
Always
I
just,
can't
like,
tell
think
if I'm
about other
gaslighting
things as
myself
well.
into this because I'm so chronically online
If-
that I'm like,
Here's my thing. If you keep feeling the same feeling and this is a consistent thing, then likely that this is just how you're feeling.
that's really based.
Likely
so
this is just how
bad.
you're feeling. Like I know I definitely did the whole like second guessing myself thing a few times. But it was really just because I just had no sense of self. But my gender identity is just disconnected from that. It's just they go hand in hand, but also they're separate. If that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Pinky and Pinky.
Yeah, to finish off that question, I used to treat gender like a performance for other people, and now it's just who I am. Now it's just me.
You're
I use
influencing the
gender.
youngins.
I use gender for myself.
Oh my god. Quote of the century, my man. That was
Cooked. You cooked. Cooked. Whatever. Ate it. Yummy. Good job.
Because I used to use like hyper masculinity as a way to like, just like fit in with kids at school, and as a way to hide the fact that I was trans. So up until I started being open about being trans online with my TikToks and stuff like that, it really was a performance for me. Like it was
Yeah.
how can I convince these people that I'm cis?
No, I kind of gave up on
Mm.
that. I'll be like,
I did too. Yeah.
I wore my binder for like way too long yesterday, but like the shirt, it just like doesn't hide anything, but also like it's fine. No one cares.
Let's
Everything
not
you do
talk
with-
about how long you wear your binder, because I'm gonna yell at you again.
No, it's fine. I'm chill. Trust.
Oh boy.
Grayson,
Everything you do should be for you.
Shocked with how long.
It's so selfish.
I used to wear mine for 12 hours. I definitely shouldn't have. I've
This
flared
is
ribs now.
worse.
As long as you're not sleeping in it, you should be fine.
Yeah.
Oh, so we're sleeping in the binder. Don't do that.
Sometimes I haven't been.
Have you tried like KT tape or trans tape or anything like that?
That stuff sucks. Trust, and it's
It
not
confuses
user
me.
error. It's not user error.
Yes, it
never
may
user
not
error.
work as well as a binder, but you have to go into it knowing that. And if you're like the type of person where like you need to have some sort of binding while you sleep, or like when you're just lounging, it's one of those things where you can use that and it's a lot safer for you.
Based. I don't remember.
Overbinding
But
was one of the
isn't it-
things that I regret the
But
most.
isn't it
Oh,
only
really?
like?
Mhm.
But like, isn't it like if you use it incorrectly? Isn't that like? Can't that be dangerous? Like, don't you have to like put the tape on a certain way and
So
stuff?
as long as you're not like pulling up your ribs, you're fine.
Mm.
And also as long as you're safely taking off the tape.
Hey, Grayson Gravel, are you allergic to the adhesive?
I never used KT tape or trans tape. I'm purely going off of things that I've heard from other trans people.
Based.
Mm.
I have this one mutual.
I probably am allergic to the adhesive.
I know. I was gonna
Um,
try and make fun of you for it, but I couldn't. I have this one mutual, and he uses it, and it just works so insanely well, and I'm like gonna freak out about it, but it's fine. It's whatever. I'm chill. I'm chill.
So chill.
But yeah, no, definitely when it comes to like gender expression, a mistake that I see a lot of people making is they base the way that they express themselves off of how they want other people to perceive them, right? And it's
Which
not
is, like-
really for the
Yeah.
person. Like it
Yeah.
should be
Self-expression should be.
it should be for you.
Yeah.
It should be for you.
It should be like your most authentic way of whatever.
Yeah.
Presenting yourself.
My whole
Crazy
thing is
that it
I
took me
feel
till
like I
21
have
to
to
figure
try
that
to
out,
like.
but-
Yeah.
I see, like I
My
know
whole
it,
thing
but
is I feel like I have to like try to convince people that this is what like that's what I am.
And
You
yeah,
know?
you shouldn't have to. Is the
Yeah.
sad part, and it's one of those things. It's like you have to be so like in your own head about it. Like it's one of those moments where I will
Elaborate?
tell people like be in your head, like be in your head about this, because the second you leave your head, then the influences of everybody around you is going to
Mm.
take over and then make you
Mm.
second guess yourself.
I see.
Something that I had to learn is I have to be okay with myself despite not having the acceptance of other people.
Oof. And that should go for
Can
everyone.
we just
no
get
matter,
a quote
like,
book
yeah, what's
from
up
you,
with
please?
this? Can you write a
Like,
book?
oh my god.
Because the place that I grew up in was not very accepting of me being trans. So it was like one of those things where I had to learn to be okay on my own by myself
Yeah.
with my own identity.
That's why I feel so lucky to live in like Washington and have all these gay little people running around my school.
Mm.
I loved your school, dude.
It's goated.
I loved it. I got invited to homecoming and I got to meet his friends. It was very
And they're
cool.
they're like all homosexuals
Yeah.
of some
I
kind.
felt right at home.
I'm glad.
That's how I kind of feel because like LA itself is different, but immediate circle
hmm
is like that, and so then that's why I had to like find people who were
That's-
okay with it.
That's why being online is such a good like outlet.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, speaking
God.
of, how like your family was your family awesome considering like coming out and all that jazz?
So that's a whole nother can of worms.
Shall we open
Um,
that can of LaCroix?
We can open that can of worms if you'd like. We can
I
go
love
there.
opening
We've
that
got
can of
almost an
worms
hour
because
of-
I have that can of worms.
It's a can of worms that they are actively eating from.
So
Yep.
My dad's fishing with that can of worms. I'm good over here.
So I come from a very religious family. My whole family, very Catholic family. very, very Catholic family. When I had come out, I was not immediately accepted by my family. It took a lot of fighting, and then this is gonna get like, it's gonna get a little sad. It's gonna get a little sad in here. But as somebody who also struggles with like mental health, it really took, for my family at least, it took me reaching a new level of low that I almost like couldn't come back from. We had tried everything that wasn't allowing me to medically transition before I actually started testosterone.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we had tried therapies, we had tried medication. I like had even like spent some time in an institution for a little bit. Not conversion therapy. I want to preface, it was not conversion therapy. It was, I did not go to conversion therapy.
Okay,
my
eyebrow shot up a little bit there.
I thought you meant like mental health, not conversion.
No, yeah, that's where it was.
Okay, good.
But yeah, no, I was on top of being trans, I was a very mentally ill kid. So that was obviously at the forefront of everything. That was at the forefront of everything. But yeah, by the time I was 16, we kind of reached a dead end with my family. And then my mom had realized, and she was like, there's really nothing left for us to try. So we might as well take you to see the endocrinologist.
Was it like your immediate family, like your parents, that weren't okay with it? Or was it like more like...
So at first it was more so they didn't want me to do anything like medical. Like, they didn't want me to start hormone blockers or take testosterone, or get any surgeries. They took a bit, I mean, honestly, a bit to use new pronouns and name, but eventually everybody got there. It was just one of those things. It was a very religious family. Took a lot of time to get where we were. Eventually everything was okay, and now my family are like my biggest supporters, and my mom even was the one who took me to get my top surgery.
Oh.
Helped me start testosterone and all of that. Now, if you ask any of my relatives, like what the difference was after I started like transitioning, like I'm a completely like different person. I was such an unhappy kid for so long. A new man. I really am.
New man just dropped.
But you know, I was such an unhappy kid for so long, and I think once my family started to see that me being allowed to transition got rid of that unhappy kid.
Yeah,
and instead gave them a kid that actually like had a will to thrive.
Yeah, I've seen all these parents that are like, were against it, but then they realize how like miserable it made their kids.
It's one of those things.
And like there are just bigger things, and like it's great seeing parents like realize that.
Yeah, no, it's one of those things definitely with a lot of, I feel like, parents and just like people in general. You will never understand why parents of trans kids make the choices that they do unless you have a trans kid.
Mm-hmm.
You'll never get it unless you have a trans kid. You'll never get what it's like to have to make those decisions.
Until you have a trans kid, you'll never know what it's like to have a trans kid, essentially.
Yeah, I mean, my family was like the most like Catholic family. So like realistically, like there was no reason that they should have made the decisions to allow me to transition, but they did. And thank God they did.
Yeah.
And that's the family can of worms.
Can of worms.
My can of worms is I'm at where you were.
Yeah.
Is your mom religious? Or just
Tennessee,
evil?
so both.
Okay, cool. That's nice.
Bud said that's nice.
That's nice.
Sometimes.
My sister's religious, but that's a very new development. Also,
yeah, no,
she's not
there's
evil.
definitely some things I can't say here on like
on backtobackpodcast.com on YouTube.
On air.
But if you need more advice or anything, I can stay a little later, and if you have any questions for me that maybe aren't what you want to have on the podcast, you're more than welcome to.
We also like do
Chad, this will be on the Patreon, so subscribe to that. This after
That's
con
crazy.
talk.
That's crazy.
It's $500.
After pod talk. Oh my god. That's insane. God.
I just crack myself up. Do we have any?
Just you though.
Yep, just me. How many
Just
more?
you.
Which of these
I
questions
think you
have we
have
not
3
done?
or 4 more questions. I don't know.
They all say gender,
I'm
and it's
asking
really
them.
confusing me.
I'm asking one.
Cool.
How do you think safe spaces for queer people different online to in person?
Boy.
Boy.
I mean, I've only ever really had online queer safe spaces since I did grow up mostly stealth. I didn't really
Yeah.
engage in any like in-person safe spaces. Any of the ones that I did were like groups and stuff. And any of the ones that I ended up attending did not feel very safe for me.
Oh, that's
because
interesting.
my trans experiences were just like very different from anybody else in the group.
Mm.
And I don't know, until I started making content, I didn't really have any strong like positive like queer safe spaces where I didn't just feel like I was being constantly judged.
What do you mean, like different?
so I-
Could you give an example?
Was it
I
because
guess
that like the
it
age?
truly is just because like I socially transitioned early and came out young.
Yeah.
I got to live a good chunk of my childhood as a boy.
Yeah.
I do to a degree know what it was like to grow up male. Which is something
Yeah.
that not a lot of trans people have, which is sad.
Were they
but,
like bit bitter about it?
I truly don't know what it was, but I definitely had a lot of people that would judge me for that. I don't know if it was because they were bitter or because they didn't understand.
Weird thing to judge people for.
Yeah.
Or maybe it was because of like not being able to relate to me on most things.
Yeah, people don't
'Cause
like
a lot
things
of the
they
people
can't
in
relate
these
to.
Yeah, a lot of the people in these IRL groups that I would go to, like these in-person spaces, were people who were very, very publicly trans and people who had like just recently come out. And I was attending these groups when I was like 15, 16, 17. And at that point, like I was already on testosterone. I'd been out for years and I was not telling anybody that I'm trans.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like very different ends of the spectrum or whatever.
So it was hard for them to understand me, and it was hard for me to relate to anything that they were saying. So I definitely favor the online ones. Definitely favor the online ones.
Yeah, because you can find your
I
niche.
only have online ones, and the in-person ones that I do are in-person friends that I made from online.
Yeah.
Eris.
AKA editor Eris. Yep. Yep, that's a busty. It's honestly so valid to go to something and not really know what it is. And just show
I didn't
up.
know what it was. They told me that there would be an aura wall, and I showed up.
Aura wall?
That's how I felt.
It's just a bunch of pictures of me.
No, don't laugh at that.
That landed.
That was good.
That landed.
Don't do that.
That was good.
I need an aura wall in my room.
Because here's the thing: is if you laugh at it, and then the next time he makes a joke, he's gonna be like,
Gathering data.
"I'm funny. You laughed at it." Exactly. That's what he's gonna do.
It's like you're customizing your jokes that you're gonna receive from me in the future. That's what this is. It's an algorithm.
It's like the For You
Trust.
page.
I am your own little For You page.
No, that's me.
Yeah.
I just send you TikToks.
Are you a TikTok sender, or are you a TikTok receiver? Because like there are people who send 20 TikToks a day, and then there are the normal people that have to watch them all.
I'm definitely more of a TikTok receiver than a TikTok sender. And when I say I'm more of a TikTok receiver, I mean I really exclusively get TikToks from Michaela.
I was gonna say it seems like she sends a lot of TikToks,
and they're all.
Michaela's
We deserve each
TikToks?
other. Me and
No, leave. I'm traumatized from that.
I don't know. I am too, and I don't think you
No.
understand. I don't think you understand because I get so many.
TikToks terrify me.
Hey guys, so I don't actually know what that meant.
It's wicked.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask if it was wicked. I'm very smart.
No, and it's always that same guy, the same guy over and over again with the audio.
Does that mean? Well, I
don't
need
even know how to
figure
put it
this
into
out.
words.
I need to find
You
this.
don't need. There's no need
I
to.
gotta figure it out, and then I'll make sure to send them to you.
I gotta disable my TikTok
can't.
DMs.
No, please, I'm a big
Just
fan.
block-
Let me
just-
DM
just
you.
block Eli
Let
and
me send you
Michaela.
wicked TikToks. This
I live in
is-
fear. Every day I live in fear.
Honestly?
I
of
live in
God.
Washington.
You
Oh my
terrify
god,
me.
when I get bored, I just start picking things up off my desk and then I just start shredding them. I need to stop doing that.
Ask a question, freak.
Do you think stereotypes around gender can affect gender equality?
You really
I
are
think
jumping
so.
around, aren't you?
I
He
don't
loves
know
to do
where
this,
we left
and
off.
it always confuses me.
There's a question before that I feel like ties into that one. I'm so you've confused
Oh
me.
my god, then answer the
You
one
messed
before
it up,
that.
Eli.
Guys. It's fine. I don't even care.
I'm just so confused.
Don't be.
He was
Hey, I have a
prepared,
question for
too.
you.
Grayson
What are
has
some
all-
gender stereotypes you can think of?
Oh.
List them all.
So,
Oh, so
of
you're
them.
an activist named every gender equality.
Okay, so
or whatever.
you got like the basic stuff, like girls wear dresses and like dolls, right? Like you got like the basic gender
and
stereotypes. I feel like that's what everybody thinks of. Then you have the harmful stuff, the harmful trans stereotypes. That's like trans men are weak, mutilated victims, and trans women are dangerous predators, and like those awful narratives
Pisses
that
me off,
people
bro.
like to throw around.
Instagram, Instagram Reels is like a battlefield of that.
Yeah, there's a reason I don't
God.
use Instagram Reels.
I've
I don't know.
accumulated
Leave it
so
up
now
to the
it's funny.
Instagram Reels commenters to type like an autobiography in your comment section about how much they hate
I've
trans
gotten
people.
books in my comments, bro. It's insane.
I'm dyslexic. You think I'm reading that? I don't care.
I stopped reading my Instagram comments after I had that one video of mine blow up because my mom opened them up and started reading them in front of me and said, "People are saying this to you," and it made me so sad. So I stopped reading them. I just felt really bad for her.
Yeah. You know, I think it's important to like, I think it is important to like challenge those stereotypes, like just period, like flat
Yeah.
out. Like even if you're not somebody that's like personally affected by the stereotype, I think it's important to challenge them.
Yeah, make it normal to like care about things.
I mean, it's
In my
like
humble
it's
opinion.
the whole point of my content is really to just like remove harmful stereotypes against trans people and like I hate to say it this way, but humanize trans people in the media.
Yeah.
No, I'm against that. I go on record.
And you know what? You would be. You and your split dyed hair.
Do you love it? Look how grown in my roots are.
Oh my god.
Gonna start singing about a chandelier or something.
No! No, she's evil! I'm better than her. Trust.
I'm gonna start making that joke. Thank you.
See ya. She has weird.
Yeah.
She has a fuck ass bob. Do I look like I have a fuck ass bob? I mean, my dad's downstairs.
I
and
mean,
his
let's
name
gonna
is
get out a
Bob.
hair
that.
straightener and find out.
It's not a bob.
I do have to hear about his hair complaints with him trying to curl his hair.
Me?
It's you.
Yeah, it's annoying. Doesn't do what I want it to. But I will never straighten it. Probably. Just because that's annoying.
I really want you to know straighten your hair. You get that Will Byers bob,
It's not a bob.
a bowl cut.
I should
bowl
get
cut.
I should get an Edgar.
A what?
Edgar cut. It's fire.
Wait, I don't know what this is. Hang
Do
on.
you guys? There's this one haircut that's been like massive lately.
Oh my god.
What is it? The modern mullet?
No. Ugh. What was I gonna say? Imagine if I got this haircut because it's like it's massive right now. Why am I getting?
Yeah,
a
I'm
call?
looking. Oh.
Why is my sister calling me? I have to text her.
How the hell did you hear that from across the room?
Tell
I
her,
don't know.
tell her I said hi.
No.
Okay.
My cord is wrapped around
She
everything.
loves me. I don't know what you're talking about.
Shut up. Guys, can I ask a question in order?
For once, go ahead.
I just shook a glass of water on my desk.
Oh my god.
Do you think stereotypes around gender can affect gender equality? Guys, I've never asked this question before.
Never ever.
Oh. I mean, you know, I absolutely do. I'd say something that I think of off the bat is like in healthcare specifically. because it's something that I've experienced.
Mm-hmm.
This is gonna go into a story time. Story time.
I love story times.
So almost exactly a year ago, I had like the worst bronchitis I've ever had in my life. And I had gone to a new emergency
That's the one in
room.
your lungs, right?
Yes.
But not
I couldn't
pneumonia.
breathe. Went
10
to a new
points.
emergency
Look at you
room.
go.
Yes.
Yes.
I go to this emergency room. They didn't know I was trans. They like admit me, treat me, everything was fine. They send me back home. I had to go back into the same emergency room like almost the next day because it only got worse. And this was after they had documented that I'm trans. Like it was in my chart now. I go in there. I'm like, hey, I was here yesterday with something like I was having trouble breathing. They didn't know it was bronchitis at this point. They had no clue what it was. I go in there. I tell them I'm having more problems. I'm sitting there in the waiting room waiting for like 10 minutes. And then they bring me back into a psych room. They leave me in this psych room for like 2 hours and then send in a doctor to tell me that I'm just anxious and have asthma.
I love
That's
diagnosing.
insane.
Turns out
AFAB
it was
people
bronchitis.
As anxious.
It was
Oh my
bronchitis,
God.
and it probably could have killed me if they didn't figure
I
out
was
what it was.
allergic to the bronchitis, guys. That could have been bad.
But just
Oh
the
my God.
contrast of the day prior being like treated like a valuable patient
That's
before
insane.
they knew I was trans to like full 180.
It's
Yeah.
just
Being
anxiety.
treated like
Are
a
you on your
nutcase.
Are you on your period?
No, so like with the whole how I mentioned like the PCOS thing, it took me a year to get diagnosed because they were just telling me it was hormones. Meanwhile, I was like super nauseous. I gained a ton of weight. I wasn't having periods and stuff. Like it was like such a thing. And like it was like obviously a health thing and it wasn't just hormones.
Mhm.
But they're like, no, this is just like teenage things. Like you'll get over
Teenagers are supposed to feel sick and shitty all the time. Trust.
it. Trust.
For me, it was anxiety, so I can't speak on this. Can't relate. But you know, whatever.
Yeah.
That sucks. Though. That's
But
so frustrating.
I mean, I feel like a lot of
Yeah.
like when it comes to anxiety, I feel like a lot of that stems from the years and years like historically of AFAB people being mistreated in healthcare.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For sure.
The
Like,
like
personally,
level,
I
the
never
level
go to
of
an urgent care or an
priority.
emergency room and feel like I'm gonna get the right diagnosis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like both of my parents are doctors, and we know like our family friends with our like main doctor. So like I'm really lucky in that aspect. So like I can trust that we're gonna get like a good response from whoever we're seeing, just because we know them. But like that,
Yeah.
it's just kind of evil. People are just like they just disregard so easily.
The level of priority is insane.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they thought I was a cis man. I was in and out of that emergency room.
You're like,
That's
oh,
crazy.
my baby, are you okay? You're sick.
My baby.
My baby. It's just like also women a lot of the time are expected to tough things out a lot more from what I've seen.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know. You can't fall ill. You have kids to raise, bro. What are you doing? Gotta go to work.
That Valley Girl voice.
Is that Valley Girl?
I don't know what it was. It was a blend.
It was something.
It was something. That's
It
for
was
sure.
something.
How many more questions do we have?
Let's find out. I don't know because you skip around.
Yeah, the jumping around really threw me off.
I love skipping.
Yeah.
I think we should skip more. Like as a mode of
We
transportation.
have one more. It's the second to last, Eli, if you want to ask
Yeah, I
it.
got this. I got this. Were gender roles a big thing for you growing up? Were they at all forced?
I mean, my parents dressed me like a little girl until I was able to dress myself, right? Then I kind of like started just like, picking what I wanted. Remember the first like piece of boy clothing I picked out? I was like 5 or 6 years old, and it was a pair of skateboard pants. They were like just like cargo pants with like a little skateboard keychain on them.
Hell yeah. I would wear that now.
Yeah.
They were incredible. I don't know. I feel like
Skateboard
I
pants.
remember more male gender roles being pushed on me than female ones, and it was honestly mostly me pushing those roles on myself because I wanted to fit in.
That is also like an overlooked thing, like putting yourself into gender like stereotypes so you pass better.
Yeah. No, that's definitely what I did until I realized that I don't have to do that.
I know. Like, I kind of just accepted the fact that some people are just going to view me differently, and it is what it is, whatever.
What made you realize that?
Honestly, it was something that I realized recently. For the longest time, it was like I thought that I had to be as masculine as possible in order to be viewed as male. And then this past year, I realized that the people that I'm surrounded by are going to view me as male no matter what I do.
Yeah, I just realized that I don't pass to people that don't know me, and I shouldn't, like, actively, like, harm myself by constantly binding to make sure that they do. Yeah. And, like, whatever. Like, the people that matter, it's whatever.
And I was very hesitant to use they them pronouns, or like add the they them pronouns to my bios and stuff like that, because I was like, what if people view me as less of a male?
Yep, you're not trans enough.
Yeah, it's that not trans enough mentality.
Yeah. Also, Eli, to be fair, before I knew you, you did. I fully thought that like you were cis and stuff. Funny story. Whenever we were at VidCon,
bad.
No, whenever we were at VidCon, it was so funny. We were hanging out in like the hall where all like the booths are and stuff.
Ted Nivison was for his meet and greet. I remember that.
Oh, that's so random.
What, in like the VidCon back rooms?
Yes.
No, it was. No, it wasn't the back room. No, it was in that main hall where all the booths are.
It was a bathroom. There was a bathroom there.
And so there was a bathroom, and I had to go to the bathroom with one of my friends. So we walk in, and Eli runs after us and like walks
I need to
with
go to
us.
the bathroom too.
And I was like, "Why is this guy walking in the women's bathroom?"
Guys.
And I was mildly confused. And I was like, I mean, like, I'm not like judging, obviously. I was a tad confused. But like and then he had to explain after. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But then he's like, I don't feel like I pass. And I'm like, but I thought you were cis.
I think you realized because I started complaining about using the women's restroom because I don't feel like I pass enough to use the men's.
Yeah.
So I've used the men's bathroom a few times because if I'm ever dressed formally, I'll go in a button up and I'll like wear jeans and I'll look like more boily boy than usual. And I was on a cruise with my family, and this was like peak like anxiety about like food making me sick time. So being on a cruise also didn't help. And I had a piece of garlic bread and it was so good, but it like gave me a stomachache. So I was like, I'm going to the bathroom, and I grabbed my phone, and my dad was like, don't take your phone, leave it at the table, because he didn't want me to just go away so I could be on my phone. And so I went, and I sat in the men's bathroom for like 15 minutes, and they couldn't find me, and he didn't think to check in there, and he was like, I didn't know where you went. I was like, I'm sorry. I was just sitting there. I felt really bad. But I also think it would have been worse if I had gone in the men's bathroom. Yeah. It's like, oh no, where'd he go?
He went so far.
Did that pick up?
What?
Can you hear my dog screaming?
I heard like a tiny bit.
I watched your neck snap over the corner. I was so confused. I was like, what just happened?
One of my dogs, he doesn't bark, he screams. So it's like, it's just like his first bark is just like a yell. and then he'll bark normally,
Oh.
and so it's like really scary every time. I see your dog's shadow. Tail. That's actually horrifying. Why is he so happy? Oh, that's the girl one. Maybe.
Yeah.
Ah, I misgendered your dog. I have to die.
Well,
Are we out of questions? We may be done.
Yeah, we're out of questions. This is actually the last recording for 2024, by the way.
Welcome
oh, let's go.
to the last recording of Back to Back to Back.
It pierced my brain. Hold
No,
on.
mine wasn't even a soundboard.
Sorry. I don't know why I laughed like that.
Are you laughing at me because I'm stupid?
Yeah.
No. Brings me right
Keeping
back
it
to
real.
middle school.
Dude, I'm so glad I missed middle school because of COVID.
I just
Lucky
love
you.
middle school.
I got to go through all my middle school phases in the comfort of my bedroom. Definitely
And what
saved
was that,
me.
cosplay?
And the rest of them. I was weird.
Blue hair.
Oh, yeah. It was very blue. And then it was green because it faded disgustingly. That was evil.
Oh,
Shall we conclude the episode?
We should, maybe.
And then I can, No, I can't play Roblox. I have to learn.
I have to pack. I'm probably gonna be messaging you. Yeah, I'm not a good flyer, and so I'm staying up all night.
No.
I'm not telling you that. You know that.
I know.
But I'm staying up all night so I can just crash on the plane. I'm
Don't
editing
say
it.
that.
do every time I
Don't
fly.
say you're gonna crash on the plane. No way. Are you flying it? Are you gonna be so sleep deprived that you crash? Oh my god.
That would be a crazy headline.
I didn't even realize.
Oh. I'm gonna
So I'm
crash on the
expecting
plane.
to see.
Don't
to
say
see
that.
A news
Oh.
article.
You
I'm
said it.
such-
That is so
I'm
funny.
You
such
said
a
it.
bad flyer.
You
I'm
just
gonna
said you're
be.
gonna crash the plane.
I'm gonna crash on the plane.
This is not
We're
what I-
manifesting. Buckle up, Buttercup. Where did my lid go? Oh.
Did you guys know that the Duolingo headquarters is in between two 9/11 memorials?
The bird did
Of
it.
course it would be. That thing can't fly. Its wings are too
That
little.
bird scares me.
It's horrifying and it makes weird TikToks.
One of
I
the
feel
things I would do to
threatened.
be the Duolingo social media manager.
Oh wait, hang on.
Dude, the Wendy's, like, social media guy, I remember that was like a whole thing.
Look at my little bird.
What is that?
Blurred.
Oh.
I don't have Duolingo. It pisses me off. It just makes me really mad.
Mine just says 53 weeks away.
From what?
Is the bird coming to get you?
The
Like, what's-
tragedy. Part 2?